Hello everyone, my name is Naomi and I am the coordinator for the Institute of Urban Ecology, or IUE for short, here at Douglas College. In this short video, I'm going to talk about the Institute of Urban Ecology, what we do to promote the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and how you can get involved too. And here is the outline for today's video. First, you're probably wondering who is IUE, so I'll introduce the Institute with a bit more detail. Second, I'm going to talk about the free workshops that we offer. Third, I'm going to introduce you to the Soul Garden, which is pictured down below there. And the Soul Garden is sort of like the catalyst for a lot of what we do, so very important. Fourth, in relation to the Soul Garden, I will talk about our IUE Seed Library. And last, I'll mention some other college events to keep an eye out for. I took over the role of IUE Coordinator in the summer of 2019. And if you were like me back then, you may not know who or what IUE is. IUE is short for the Institute of Urban Ecology, and we are a small not-for-profit based out of Douglas College. The mission statement for IUE is to raise awareness about the nature in our cities. Because often when you live in a really urban area with lots of people, buildings, cars, and roads, it can be really easy to forget or overlook all the nature that lives here with us too. I think in the past, people have unknowingly been raised with the mentality that cities and nature are sort of two separate things. Like if you wanted to go see nature, you'd have to leave the city and go visit a local park or go camping, something like that. Like the human population exists in its own little bubble, separate and disconnected from the natural world. But that's obviously not true. There is no invisible wall separating us from nature, and as urban development and climate change escalate, education and community engagement is vital to urban ecological sustainability. And that is one of the things that IUE does best: education and community engagement. One of the ways we educate and engage is through our free environmental education workshops. We provide free workshops to school and community groups all around the Lower Mainland, but what's probably most relevant for you are our monthly Monday workshops. Our monthly Monday workshops are again free, open to the public workshops that take place at the Douglas College Coquitlam campus, usually around the last Monday of the month. They take place at the Coquitlam campus because that is where the Soul Garden is located, and we'll get into that more later. And some of the workshops we've done in the past have been how to build your own bat house. We do a lot of stuff in regards to the seed library with how to harvest seeds, clean seeds, sow seeds, things like that. Our Indigenous herbal medicine workshop. And of course, as you can see here on the right, our very, very popular how to build your own bee house workshop, which will be happening again this April too. To find out what is happening next, you can follow us on social media, check DC Connect or the IUE website, or sign up for our monthly e-newsletter. If you're watching this on your phone and can't scan the QR code, just send us an email and we'll send over the link. This monthly Monday, we're hosting a UN SDG cancel culture workshop. It's time to call out some of society's worst offenders. Microplastics, fast fashion, even your front lawn are all causing serious environmental damage and need to be stopped ASAP. At this workshop, we'll show you how you can join the UN SDG collective and help cancel some of urban society's biggest polluters. This workshop will be happening on the last Monday of the month, which is March 27th. Again, at the Coquitlam campus between 5 and 6 p.m. This and all of our monthly Mondays are, again, free, inclusive events. Anyone is welcome to come. You do not have to be a Douglas College student or employee. Registration is required, however, so please email iue@douglascollege.ca to register or for more information. I've mentioned it a few times already, but one of the most valuable tools in IUE's education toolbox is, of course, the Soul Garden. The Soul stands for Sustainability, Outreach, and Learning, and it is located out front of the Coquitlam campus. Our monthly Monday workshops take place at the Coquitlam campus because of this garden. Most of the workshops have a garden-related theme, and when the weather is cooperative, the workshops will take place outside in the garden itself. And now the United Nations has also declared this the decade on ecosystem restoration, and the Soul Garden is a model and living classroom for urban habitat restoration, or what is sometimes called rewilding. The Soul Garden is a living model for sustainable land use in an urban garden. We hold workshops that help people rewild their yard by promoting things like leave the leaves, native hedgerows, we need weeds, lawn alternatives, and no-till garden beds. We do a lot of educating on beneficial insects and the host plants that they need to survive. We promote the use of native, non-invasive plants and indigenous medicinal plants to share traditional knowledge of the land, care for self, and care for the environment. From the Soul Garden and the pandemic blossomed the IUE Seed Library. A seed library works similar to a book library. We lend you seeds, you grow your seeds at home, and then when your plants start to make their own seeds, you can harvest and return some seeds to us. To help stop the spread of invasive species, we're able to lend seeds to anyone living locally or approximately from Squamish out to Hope. It is an open library to the public and is another engaging way to educate people about sustainable land use. It also helps to raise awareness about the importance of biodiversity and natural selection and promotes seed stewardship, which is essentially that no one person should ever exploit or own the rights to a seed. IUE is also trying to host or co-host more college-wide events. This past October was our first big event for Waste Reduction Week in Canada and Circular Economy Month. We had documentary movie nights, book displays in the library, and a hugely successful clothing swap and sewing lessons in the New Westminster Main Concourse. And we plan to do that again in October 2023. But some other things that might happen is maybe something for Canadian Rivers Day in June or Plastic Free July. Nothing is set in stone yet, but we are working on it, so keep an eye out for more events from IUE. To find out what IUE is up to next, you can follow us on social media or sign up for our monthly e-newsletter. If you have any questions about anything you saw in the video today, please feel free to email us at iue@douglascollege.ca. And thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoy the rest of SDG Week in Canada. Bye for now.